Hi guys and welcome. Hi Tuulia, thank you so much for joining me.
Yes, hello.
Awesome. Guys, so today we are live with Tuulia Luomala. This is one of our prelims leading up to the Vet Rehab Summit, where we are getting warmed up and excited for the main event. I cannot wait. So Tuulia is one of our lecturers for the summit. She's going to be speaking about, or her subject is fascia at the core, linking neural and muscular symptoms in therapeutic exercise, which I think is just, I actually can't wait. Tuulia, I always love your lectures, and anytime we go into fascia, it's always fantastic. So today we are going to get to know Tuulia just a little bit better. We're going to ask a couple of fun questions to put her on the spot and see what she's like as a human being. And then we're going to switch and talk about fascia function and the hidden systems that shape movement. Awesome. So guys, if you're joining us live, it's so good to have you. Welcome. Tuulia, are you ready to answer some questions?
Yes, I'm very ready.
Okay. So first up, what is your favorite rehab tool?
My hands.
Oh, no, I knew it. Your hands. Fantastic.
Easy pick.
Easy pick. What is your go-to comfort food? That's hard. I also had to think about it. I was like, I don't think I have one. A pack of chips. I don't know. Okay, that's fine.
So that would be like, okay, I don't know.
What is your favorite exercise, either for animals or yourself?
Well, that's also a super interesting question, as I would think nowadays the body awareness and this kind of interoception is really focused what I really like to focus. So in a way I would say something, not even a specific exercise, it would be more like feeling things when moving. That would be my answer.
Okay,
So sensing,
I like
and I'm even like breathing combined with some movement. So that would be like sensing the motion and sensing how the body feels when moving. That would be my favorite exercise.
Okay, I like it. What is your favorite time of the day?
Well, it depends, but maybe morning. I like morning
Morning.
times. Yes, morning is my time.
I like that. I'm also a morning person. What is your daytime drink of choice? Not alcoholic, preferably.
Yes, well, water or pomegranate juice. I would like that one also.
Oh, I love pomegranate juice. That's a great choice. I like that.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it like supports your health.
Yes, it's a good one. If you could swap lives with one animal for a day, which animal would it be?
Well, I would be like 1 year each day, one new animal. That would be my choice. But if I need to pick really like one, I think I would pick horse, because I would really like to feel how they sense, how they see, how they remember, how they learn. Because as we are working, of course we are working with dogs also, but horses in a way as a prey animal, I think they have so different world than we have. So I would like to be a horse one day to see like what kind of interoception they have and what kind of perception they have when we are working with them. So that would be my choice.
I think that's so interesting, because that kind of links back again to your favorite exercise, right? And just what does it feel like? But it also shows how deep your love is for the animals, because you could have chosen a wolf, but you chose the one that you have your hands on every day, because they just are everything. I really love that.
Yes, and also with the 4 legs, it would be interesting to see how fast you can go. And
Okay, I like it. Okay, good. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important do you think this year's theme for the summit, Dynamic by Design, is for our profession, and why?
I would say like 10 plus plus. So super important. I think in a way movement is so essential, and the basics that we all do, animals do, and we can express the things with movement, and we can communicate with movement. So I think in a way it's really clever title, by design, because that is also already giving you an idea that you are doing different things in different bodies. So if we think like what monkeys are made to do, what whales are made to do, what birds are made to do, what horses, so like the design is really different, but they all are dynamic. So I really like the title this year, and I think it's really essential to understand what we are asking from the animal, what we want them to do, and are they designed for that one. So I really like it.
Oh, I love that. Okay, you've definitely given that one some thought. I like
Good,
it.
good. And also, if we still think that what I think, which comes also in my presentation, that we are seeking balance and harmony. I think that is my main message also from this talk, but also in my talk, that we want balance and harmony. How we can get that, and how we are going there. Because if we have natural way of moving, how we can get that one, what, for example, dressage, or for example agility, what we do, how we can get this kind of harmony and balance there. I think that is really intriguing.
I love that. Okay, so like on the one hand, the theme makes you think of what is the natural designed movement for that individual, and then on the other hand, from that performance perspective, how do we help our animals achieve that peak, the greatest movement that they can, the greatest control, and yeah, movement opportunity that's available. I really like that. Guys,
Yeah,
if you're joining us live, thank you so much. It's so good to have you. Tuulia is one of our lecturers for the Vet Rehab Summit. She's speaking about fascia at the core, linking neural and muscular systems in therapeutic exercise. I cannot wait for her lecture. It's actually the last one of our day, wrapping everything up and bringing it together. And it's definitely one of my highlights. So let's chat a little bit about fascia. So, hi, Michelle. It's so good to have you join us. Welcome. Guys, if you're listening, please say hi. Let us know where you're from. We would love to see who is joining us today. Okay, so Tuulia, how would you describe fascia's role in shaping movement?
I think this is really broad question in a way, because fascia participates in force transmission. It is part of proprioception. It is part of sensing things. So it's really crucial when we are talking about the movement. And if we think then security, it will be created from the cellular level to the whole body, and like the organ level and the system level, what we have there. So as a communicating channel, and this kind of like whole, the body comes whole when we are talking about the fascia. So I think that is really the thing, that sometimes we are thinking parts of the body or the biomechanics from, for example, from the hip or from the stifle or that kind of areas. But when we are integrating fascia to the topic, I think then we need to think how the whole body is moving and what is happening in this liquid sac where we are in. So what kind of things are there, and how I think the sensing part is also super interesting. Although the first transmission and the activation is there, but still the relaxation and this kind of flowing motion comes from the unity, what fascia is orchestrating, so to say.
It's going to be very hard for me to not go on a tangent with you. There are so many things there. Okay, so the force transmission and the communication,
Yeah.
and the tensegrity and that fluid sac, those are all things I would love to go into more deeply. I am going to actually. Do you think that, so our traditional anatomy viewpoint, like how we're learning as professionals, we always go, individual muscles and structures, and then we understand the biomechanics of those bits put together and how they're going to work. And then when we go into fascia, I almost feel like we're still taking that same mindset to the fascia. Like even if we think about the fascial lines that have been described, we're still creating structure and patterns and balance. Do you think that that is a valuable way of looking at the fascia? Like, are the fascial lines, or is it still more fluid than that? Do we still need to go further than that?
Yes, we need to go deeper, because it's not about the lines. It is not about the structures forming some kind of like this structure going like this and forming some kind of pathway in this way, because the pathways are everywhere. It's like a forest where you can think that you can go on that way or you can go that way. You might have some path there, but you have been using mostly. So you will get the neural linking, and you are more familiar with that kind of motion patterns you have been using quite a lot. So you have been training that kind of movement and you are familiar with that one. But still, in the body we have ability to do so many kind of things, coordinate different way, move fast, move slow. So it's really like I think the whole unity and the tensegrity gives a good example of that one, that it's not about the parts, it's not about the lines, but we need to go deeper and think how everything moves together in balance, in harmony, and what kind of ways we have to influence on that one. Not only thinking exercise by isolating it in one joint, but thinking how that one part is part of the whole body, and what kind of things we can then think. Because of course when we see things, we are looking for flowing motion, we are looking for this kind of like a balance, and when things look nice and beautiful, we are like, oh, it's so nice, it's looking very nice. Of course it's in your eye what you think which is beautiful, but anyway. But if we are then thinking like, okay, this tiny little joint has a problem, what the whole body can do to help this tiny little part, and what maybe we can mobilize one part, fine. But how about if the whole fascia is getting tension like three-dimensional way? So then we need to help it to unwind it in a way and come to that point. So I think it's really hard from the basic point of view to think that, okay, we need to understand how the bones are. We need to think like, okay, this muscle is like that. But when we go deeper, we understand that, okay, how it is on the cellular level. We have this kind of mechanotransduction going like this. We have the sensory system. We have mechanoreceptors, we have free nerve endings, we have, and like muscle spindles and GTOs, they are also like the wisdom of the muscle, so to say. So how the muscle knows how much power I will put. Do I put maximum? Or do I put only a little bit of maximum like effort on this one? So how to train that one, that we are economical and we are efficient in the movement, and we are not losing our self when doing the things. So this I could talk this topic like the whole day, but like in fascial manipulation, I think we are more thinking the three-dimensional way, and we have the areas what we can treat and then release the bigger areas, and not only in the surface way, but also thinking a three-dimensional way to the deeper parts of the body, or different parts of the body even. You can have like a bright side glenohumeral problem, which can have also issues on the left hip, and this kind of diagonal patterns you could maybe find there. And that's why, like in the beginning, like fingers are the like so precious. So because although you can see something with your eyes, but where is the thing, where is the restriction in the body? That I think the fingers are really really good tool to find that kind of things. Some things we can of course think that, okay, we do exercises and we do some kind of things with a movement, But sometimes I think when we do the treatment first, it can open the pathway in the way that it is letting the movement to happen. So
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Okay. Hi, everyone. Joe from England. It's good to have you. Equine Vida from Sweden. She says this is music. It's so good to have you. Welcome. And Angela from Germany. Welcome, guys. It's so good to have you with us. I think it's so interesting because if we shift away from that kind of segmental thinking to this broader thinking, it opens up so many opportunities for us, but it also gives us the space to understand how individuals adapt. Like we have as a body and as an individual, and the same for our patients, this incredible capability for adaptability within dysfunction, right? So if there is a dysfunction, if there is a disability or a limitation, there is opportunity to change the way structures are interacting so that it can adapt to that space. And the first time that kind of thinking came to the forefront for me was in a neuroplasticity webinar with Amy Hesbach, where she was talking about neuroplasticity. And so I'm really excited for your lecture where you're linking the neural and the muscular systems in therapeutic exercise with fascia at the core, because they are not separate, right? If we're thinking of fascia, we should also be thinking about the nervous system, like you said, and then the force transduction at the other side, and it's all together. So exciting to take a breath.
yeah, breathe in and breathe out.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, good.
All right, so what are some simple ways that veterinary rehabilitation practitioners can begin incorporating a fascial thinking or mindset into their rehab plans?
Yep, I think also we maybe answered a little bit on this one already, as I think we need to start to think the whole body, like the approach the whole body. And if we think from the rehabilitation point of view, if we have a trauma or injury, fascia will be part of that one. Because if we think tendon injuries, we think sprains or strains or ruptures or fractures, fascia will be part of that one. So it is very essential to think also the time frames, that when we are building the body, who is doing what, and in what kind of time frame we are helping the body and how. So we can support with our hands, with very soft techniques in the beginning, and gentle movement also. I think that is totally underestimated. Gentle body and this kind of maybe guiding with your gentle touch also, the gentle movement. So in the beginning, when we have a big problems and a lot of pain, then we know that C-tactile fibers are activated through the touch, and we can get the oxytocin in the body by doing the light touch. So why don't we use that one to do the light touch while moving? Because then we can enhance the safety, the security in the movement, and then also get the good vibes, so to say, going on, because we get endorphins in the body in that way. So quite often I think we are more in that kind of vicious cycle that we are pushing the body. We are making pressure with our eyes, with our body. You should be doing this. We are maybe like pushing the body, like, now you should be doing this, but the body is telling you, I can't do this, but still you are like, yes, you can do this. But why don't we do it in the way that we help the body to understand that, okay, this one is safe. And when you are safe, you can get to your parasympathetic nervous system, like the vagus. We know the vagal tone is so important and a good vagal tone in that one, that we can heal the body. And if we think the fibroblast, myofibroblast, glucosaminocytokines, hyaluronan, they are part of the healing process. So if we want to get the rehabilitation going on, why don't we support the healing parts of the body? And when we are, and we know that when we are healing, we need the parasympathetic activation, because if we are in the sympathetic state, the body is not healing. So that I would say that that would be our main goal in the beginning, for sure, to get that kind of state that where the healing is possible.
So really what stands out to me what you just said is creating that safe space, and then creating that the safety in movement. So without like, and what I'm thinking of, correct me if I'm wrong, is that movement should feel pain-free and safe when we're introducing it to our patients, instead of pushing those limits and the boundaries of what the body could do, and then the patient isn't feeling safe. And that very much makes me think of, like, are we responding to the behavioral cues? Because it's the first signs of, oh, I'm not sure, or I don't like this, that we should be responding to if we want to create that safe feeling.
Yes. Indeed. And this comes to the thing that I was telling in the beginning, that I'm so interested about the interoception. And that would be the place that I really want to be a horse one day, because it, like, how sensitive they are, because quite often you think that I was just maybe standing a little bit different. Well, dogs are too, but still, I was maybe looking a little bit different. I was maybe thinking something. My intention was different, and the whole body was changing already with that one. So I think quite often we do. Well, sometimes it can be a good solution to do direct techniques and, like, okay, now it's here and we are doing this, and you are creating the safety by being secure yourself, and then you are like, okay, let's go and do this one. I have a 3-year-old foal, and she's really, really super sensitive, but at the same time really this kind of, I can do it my own. And I have had so many interesting situations with her, because it's like she's coming quite close to me, like, okay, I'm going to come to your space, like, no, you are not coming to my space. And still, like, she's really clever and showing things really interesting ways. So it's like really interesting to work with her. If I now compare to my 16-year-old, who has been with me from the day she was born, so, like, when I'm breathing, she knows that, you want to have a canter. Yes, okay, I can do this. So it's so interesting when we have this kind of long companionships with dogs or horses. And if we think like those professional riders or good trainers, they are maybe not even able to say how they did what they did. And still somebody is looking like, oh, you are riding so beautiful. What did you do that it is moving like that? And then they are like, I did half heart. And it's like, I don't know. But it's like the communication. So I think, when the interoception comes one, when you as a person can connect with the animal and you are like working together, then those subtle cues are important. But when you are quite far from that animal, then maybe you don't even get the subtle cues at all. Maybe you can see the pain signals, but you are like, yeah, you just go. It's something that maybe you are a little bit tensed, but you just go. It's maybe normal to you.
Yeah.
So I think it's like, again, thinking that if I see some dog or horse only once, it can be really, really hard to estimate what is the tolerance, how much I can, like, put the pressure, or should I not put the pressure? Should I be really sensitive, or how should I come to this body and encounter this person? It can be also with humans, of course, but I think with animals, they are so good to read with the signals and signs. So
yeah,
interesting.
I think that's very good, is really highlighting that having a long-standing relationship versus you see the patient for half an hour or an hour for the first time. How do you create that rapport? I think that's super, good to consider. I like it. So I just want to say hi to Meg has joined us, and Angela says that treating fascia is opening movement. I love that. And I know the principle of safe feeling from neuroathletics. So I really like that. I think Feldenkrais has this method. Part of his method is to move within that safe space. And then if your body doesn't come against its limits, then the limits start to expand. Instead of continuously pushing against a limitation, then the body learns, this is my limitation, this is where the pain is, and avoids it more and more. And I thought that was such a shift for me to think, well, why am I not spending more time away from the boundaries? And that creates safety and allows the boundaries to expand rather than pushing against the boundaries all the time. And then the brain says, wait, no, that's not nice. And then creates, bigger limitations or brings the boundary closer because it's protecting itself. So I think that's very good.
Yeah, and I think allowing the movement to happen. I think not pushing the movement to happen. Maybe that would be also one message to go on this one, that you are allowing things to happen in your body and not really like forcing it to happen.
Okay, I like that. So Tuulia, where do you see the fascia research influencing the future of specifically movement therapy?
I'm very sure that it will influence on that one. I think the focus has been more on the what is fascia, what it is on the microscopic level, what it is on the macro level. But I hope that in the future it will go more towards the movement also, and how the emotions are affecting the movement, how the nervous system is affecting the movement. So in this way, I think it is not easy to study body awareness, not even in humans, but and not in animals, of course. But I would like to see that one coming also. I hope to get that one published. Let's hope next year. But we did it already with Kiki Häusler, the movement analyzed with the zebras, and we did the dogs. We did movement analyze before my treatment and after my treatment. We were looking center of pressure. We were looking how the paw was on the zebras, so we can see enormous change of the movement pattern after the treatment. So I think that is also, I hope to get that one published really, really soon, because I think that is also giving us how, in dogs, how important the paw is and what kind of movement we can get from there and what kind of proprioceptive area the paw will be in dogs. So that will be really, really interesting, what kind of things we can find from the movement perspective, and thinking also what is natural and what is normal and what is balance and what is harmony. So there is so many things to look up for sure.
Oh, I love that. I think I'm really looking forward to that research coming out. Please let us know so I can give it a read.
Yes. A lot of things on the board, so to say, but things are in motion. Let's say it that way.
Yes. I love it. Okay, guys, if you've joined us live today, it has been so good to have you. Tuulia, it is always just the best chatting to you. This was not enough time. I should have given us more time.
Always like that. Luckily, I'm the last one. We could just keep
going all day.
Yes, and luckily, I'm the last one in the Congress, so I can keep on going.
Yeah, no one's waiting for, ready to hop into the next thing. No, it's going to be so good. Guys, Tuulia is lecturing at the Vet Rehab Summit on fascia at the core, linking neural and muscular systems in therapeutic exercise. Our theme for the Vet Rehab Summit is dynamic by design. Hopefully you already know that. And I'm just giving you, more things that you know. you can join the entire summit this year for free. It's the first time we're doing it's the first time we've opened the doors to absolutely everyone. The live event is 100% free. You can get access to all the lectures, all of the amazing offers. We have some really special stuff coming from the companies that we're working with, as well as some of our lecturers at the event itself. And if you're there live, you're going to have access to all of that. We'll be running competitions. There will be prizes. It's actually just going to be so much fun. If you need access to the recordings, or you need CPD, a CPD certificate or continuing education credits, then please purchase a ticket or become an Online Pet Health member. The free access ticket does not include recordings or a continuing education certificate. So just be aware of that. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. It has been so good to have you. If you have any questions, let us know and I will answer them. All right, Tuulia, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.